Welcome back. Let's start with opening this box because I'm not going to be eating much tonight. There we go. And these will go with some other old British stuff that I've got. 96 hamburger. That feels like an actual hamburger patty. I don't know if I've ever seen this made before. Like, I've seen it in the retort pouch, but I've never seen it out on a tray or anything. Oh, chicken sausages, little tiny sausages? Yeah, they're about that big, it feels like. This one is 2006? No, 2004. All right. Hey, what's up, Chusik? Kind of waiting on some folks to drop in here. I did go get the matching counterparts here. Well, the best I could. They don't sell these wide packs here. They sell these, which these should be the same. This does, yeah, red right there. Oh, there we go. Red and red. Very, very different packaging, but should be essentially the same. And this is a very oddball pack. I think I've never seen one like this before. Outside of, they used to make Marlboro 25s. I don't have an old 25s pack. I need to get one. Get an old empty pack. But it was wider than this by about that much. Well, about like that. It's what my dad always bought whenever I was a kid, was Marlboro 20, the 25 packs. Man, my tripod's about had it. I need a new one. It's got, well, where's the side-to-side? Oh, there it is. It's got some side-to-side play. And then the American Spirits. Okay, so I did have a little bit of trouble on this because I didn't have any way to translate this. I don't know if these are full flavors or if these are... I just went by the same color because I don't know if they're supposed to be the mellow, which I think mellow is like a medium. It might be a light. I don't know. But these are, yeah, non-filters. But they had a pack that was this color, but it wasn't non-filters. I don't know what they were. I can't remember. But the full flavor ones were in a black pack and called Robust on the back. I assume that's full flavor. I really don't know if that was even full flavor, to be honest. I don't know. I think I'm probably just going to have, well, maybe. I might have a cocoa beverage powder tonight. And what are these biscuits? Cream crackers, 10 of them. I can't remember where he said those were from. I'll have to look at the paper that he sent. Let me see here. Brazilian, I think. Huh. I think that's what it just says Brazilian biscuits. After the Danish beverages. Yeah. Okay. So I guess those are Brazilian? I've never had a Brazilian, so I need to go over to Delicious's channel and see. I'll bet you he obviously has reviewed one of those. Let me pull his channel up real quick. Alright, let me flip the camera around here. Okay. Pull up Delicious's channel and see what he's been doing lately. I guess I could make a post real quick, but I don't guess it. I don't guess it really matters. Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I should. I'm a little late. Also, it's not. This is going to be a short stream this week. Nothing major. I'll probably crack one pack open and do the comparison. Maybe the American Spirits and see if we got a good hot chocolate here. Basically, I just didn't want to not stream, and I'm also not eating right now, so let me grab a link to this real quick. Share. So how's everybody's week been? What's been going on? So what's up, Emil? Is that how you'd say that? Divine Spears Taco Girl Messages TV. What's up? Tracy, how you doing, man? Good to see you in the chat. Joe, what's up? What up, Joe? Wait, what Italian menu does? One of the Italian menus does have the French Christmas ration. Oh, the French Christmas ration with the little bottle of wine. Is it wine? Yeah, it's wine. Alright, I think I got the link. I do. But I need a picture. So, let's do that real quick. Okay. I think that worked. Somehow I ended up in YouTube Shorts. What is this? Weird. Bear with me while I try to make this quick post. Select more photos. Yep. Done. Okay. Okay. I didn't reread that. There's probably spelling errors and everything in there. Looks like Smitty's made it. Yep. Yeah, I gotta lose some weight from the holiday weight. Actually, I think I have lost most of the holiday weight. I need to lose more weight than that. I've done pretty good, actually, since the holidays. Okay. Now, back to what I was doing. MRE. Now, my live stream pops up. Okay, so you do have a separation between Delicious and MRE. There it is. Alright, but on the cup, see, that's why I thought maybe he had changed it to, I guess it's going to be backwards for you guys, but at the end you can still tell that there's an MRE there. and that's why I thought he had changed it over to that. Still just delicious though. But if you type in delicious space MRE, his channel will come up. All right, let's take a look. New Zealand. He had Czech, Mongolian. What? 7 months ago, a Mongolian ration pack. Oh, I gotta see that. I did unboxing from the UK and Canada. Georgian Army single meal. I can't even remember what I'm looking for. What am I looking for? Danish, was it? No, Brazilian. I think he did a Brazilian a long time ago. We got German. Man, I gotta get some new Germans. Have the Germans made any changes recently? I'll bet they have. When they went to the freeze-dried, everybody went crazy over them. And they were releasing the freeze-dried 24-hour meals. And I split a case with Steve back then, I think is what I done. Me and him got a case from Housel. And it seems like there was like 6 in the case or something. I don't know. I think we ended up having them shipped directly to Steve. So I don't think I seen the case. I think that's how it went. And then I ended up getting them slowly over about a year. One at a time. They're still in the boxes they came in, I'm sure. I'm sure I left them in the boxes that they were shipped in. But Delicious has got all kinds of unique stuff over here. I highly recommend checking it out. I got to go over and check out that. Was it Mongolian? Hang on. I lost it. Where'd it go? It was up top here. Yeah, Mongolian. I got to check that out, man. That should have way more views. Way more views. Yeah, I can't wait to see that. Anyway, let's do this real quick. Here's the channel. Here's the Mongolian that I want to see. The freeze-dried Germans, yeah, the freeze-dried German stuff is better. It's better than ours. What other freeze-dried stuff have I tried that was better than ours? The Norwegian Arctic stuff is like, you know, it's somewhat, some of it's an acquired taste. I feel like, oh, there we go. I feel like some of that stuff's an acquired taste, and it's just different. It's not better or worse or anything like. I think it's just different, so it's not what I'm used to. And I don't know. I don't know if I can honestly say that we've really improved a whole lot on our freeze dried. We've got different, you know, the variety has changed, but as far as the quality goes, I think if you guys have seen what has happened over the last week or so, I think we're in for some amazing changes. I don't know if they're going to be the best for flavor or anything like that. I think a lot of these chemicals that we've been using as flavor enhancers and I don't know, they're just concoctions. They look like a lab report on the back of a lot of these ingredients lists. I think something's about to happen about that. Well, it already started. Supposedly they banned red. Was it red? Is it red 40? They banned some red dye, and I've saw videos of people going to Walmart and other large chain grocery stores like that, going in because they've obviously had to, I guess, clearance out the stuff with the dye in it. They're still selling it, and I saw a video of a lady today and her husband. They had a minivan. They had 4 push carts completely full of Cheetos. And I'm sure their plan is to resell them, because I'm here to tell you, Cheetos, they don't last. The oils and fats in them, they just don't hold up, period. So if you have a bag of Cheetos that's like, I'm going to say 3 or 4 months past its best by date, you're going to be able to tell. If it's much further past that, it's going to get to the point to where, well, even 3 or 4 months, they might be weird, just depending. There's a lot of factors. If they got some heat or whatever, depending on how you're storing them. But yeah, there's some good moves in my opinion, and I think you guys understand, like the negative, like all the negative side effects that the American food is having on everyone, and to see something, yeah, I know it's great. It's a great thing that Kennedy got confirmed. I don't agree with Kennedy on everything. I'm not going to get political. I think, but that being said, I think he's 100 million times more qualified than our prior, the person that was in that seat prior. Let's just put it that way. He seems to actually care about the future for our children, and the food supply started going to crap whenever I was a kid. It started around the mid-'80s, about 87. According to him, all the research he's done and all the other little research that I've done, around 1987 is whenever things really started going down the tubes. And it's caused a lot of people already to pass away and have health issues. And that's something, we have to correct ourselves. Just because that option's there doesn't mean you have to take it. Now, when you're a kid, that's different. And when I was a kid, I was definitely not given good options. That's for sure. I mean, seriously, from the time I was probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 years old to the time I was like 8 or 9, I ate bologna sandwiches, Doritos, and Pepsi every single day. I can't stand bologna to this day. I can't. When I was a kid, though, white bread, mayonnaise, slab of bologna, another piece of bread, and I was happy. What is it? Some dumb stuff here and there. Iowa passed a law banning artificial flavors and colors in food served in schools, not including colleges and universities. Well, that is probably going to be good. Yeah, okay, I get you. I get if you break anything down to its chemical components and list it. But, okay, first of all, I mean, if you want to get technical about bananas, the bananas that we're eating are genetically modified out to a ridiculous amount. You wouldn't want to really even eat. I wouldn't, probably. Maybe I would. I don't know. It's a lot of work taking all the seeds out of a regular banana. Pretty messed up views on food and health, and that definitely needs to change. Hard when it's so convenient to sit and consume far too many. Yes, I totally agree. Smitty, we have people complain all the time about how things are so hard and inconvenient, and we have so much convenience at our fingertips. It doesn't even matter how poor you are or broke you are. Like, you're still eating way better than they were 150 years ago. Like, let's be honest. You have way more options. You're not going to starve to death. Nobody is just going to sit around and let someone starve to death in America or Canada. We're not just going to stand by. And now, there are people that choose to do so that obviously have a have a problem. I mean, they have a mental problem. Like, for instance, there's that one girl that we've all probably seen. I hate to even say, I don't want to say her name, but she's on like TikTok and YouTube, and she, I would have to say, has exploited her illness. And no, like, I'm sure there's been people try to help her, but like, this person will eventually, most likely, unless something drastically changes, she will probably starve to death, and maybe live on camera. You know what I mean? But that's not that's the extreme case. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the rule. I'm not talking about the exception. The rule: if we see somebody hungry, like, somebody's going to make sure that that hungry person eats, and that's we're not just going to sit around and let someone starve to death. Like, that's not something that happens on a regular basis. Again, outside of extreme situations, that's not what I'm talking about. Frozen kid cuisine and SpaghettiOs. So I'm wondering how much. So most of these companies that are being affected by there's going to be a lot of changes happen. I firmly believe that. But a lot of these companies already have it figured out how to still make that same product, only in a much cleaner way. All these products, well, not all, but most of these products are sold over in Europe, or places where all these chemicals and things are banned already. So it shouldn't be a huge transition or figuring out period. How do we make this? How do we make it taste okay? They've already done that. And that's what doesn't make any sense, other than the fact, if you look at it from a malicious point of view, which I think there is. I don't know, man. Like, that's conspiracy theory. Is it? Is it really? Because if you know something's bad and you continue to do it, and you have an option that costs about the same to do it the right way, or not the right way, just a healthier way, I should say, why haven't they already done that? Well, number one, because they didn't have to. Number two, I think there's extenuating factors that trickles down into, and anything more than that, I would say, would be a theory. So I'm not going to theorize on it, but trying not to die. Yeah, I've been there, done that. I mean, yeah, that's my gut health has not been good myself, and obviously I've had a bunch of issues. But whatever's going on, I hope you get through it, because yeah, I mean, I don't know what, we still don't even know. I had pancreatitis twice, and I don't know what caused it outside of all the medications that they had me on. Like, that's the only explanation that I have, which, if you'd see the list of medications that I was on at the time, I think that explains it. But according to none of these calls, well, okay, maybe none of them do, but when you combine them with 10 others, maybe that's a possibility. Because drugs, when they're combined, they change. The chemical makeup, like, let's take all, I don't know, 12, 13 different medications that I was on at one time. Let's mix all those together and test that and see what that comes up to as a concoction. Like, that's something they would never do, but that's something that should have been done. I don't know. Just yeah. You got to watch, I guess. I've learned my lesson the hard way. Trying to listen to doctors and be a good patient. And look, medical intervention certainly is a great thing in certain cases. I wish I would have handled that differently. I wish I would have kind of, I guess, refused some of the things they were wanting to do. I knew deep down that I was probably better off not doing some of the stuff that they were doing to me. So anyway, that's the worst pain outside of having my leg ripped off that I've ever been through. ultra-processed foods are highly palatable and easy to consume. Found some good balance between eating more wholesome foods than not. Can lose weight on Twinkies, but it's easier to stay full with basics. Yeah, I agree. You can lose weight eating anything. Like, but if the stuff that you are eating isn't good for you in any way, how's a Twinkie good for you? It's not really, unless you're unless you're going to die without eating. I would, like those things are, those are indulgences. Those are things that obviously we've all grown accustomed to, and they're everywhere. They're so abundant and so overwhelming. When you go to the grocery store, I would say, let's take a rough number. 70% is ultra processed, exactly the type of food that you were talking about. Wholesome type, real food that's not bad for you. Are we going to be lucky and like to have 30% in a grocery store? I would say that's probably a pretty accurate-ish number. I mean, because if you just look at the grocery store, it's like all this, and then up front you got your fruits and vegetables, and then you got your meats over there that are not ultra processed, and then the rest of the store, you can pretty much count all that as being, it falls into that category. So I don't know, it's something that I'm glad to see. Food news that we have not had in a long time is actual change. Things that, and change for the better, I think. So yeah, there's a lot of information out there that you can go down rabbit holes and get lost in. But and also, Smitty, like depending on where you live, sometimes it's really hard to get decent food. Because I'm here to tell you right now, like my grocery store that is close to me, that I wouldn't have to drive, like a pretty substantial drive out of the way to go to. I've bought fruits and vegetables. They are inedible. Like, so inedible, I literally took them back to the store and was like, these are gross. They looked fine. Visually, fine. But they were inedible. That's what is, well, I know what's going on. Like, there's, yeah. Anyway, so, and then you can take the options of just eating a lot less variety and trying to eat healthier. Like, because your availability of product, depending on how big that is, and then even if it is available, is it even decent, worth eating? So then that narrows it down even more. So you got to find things that you're okay with eating. I mean, on a regular basis. So it's hard. It shouldn't be. I don't think that's something that should be hard. It shouldn't be that difficult. Honestly, it's a weird question or a weird predicament for us to even be in, to be quite honest. I think that's something that probably should have, well, first of all, should have never happened, I don't think. But again, there's agendas and reasons. I think a lot of these things have happened. Minnie? Nope. Minnie. Chill. Alright, I shouldn't have lit that. Let me get... Let's see if, let's see if these 19... I think they were 19... Well... The Frankfurters were 1982. These are not going to have a date code. So... Yeah, no, these are just pre-1985. I'd say 1985 or before. I have hope that this will still be good. And if it is, I will be happy. So I have fasted for almost 24 hours. And depending on how this would be losing. This would be losing that streak. Wait, let me taste this first. All right. It smells a little weird. Huh. Mini. Yeah, it's got a little bit of an off smell to it, like the milk. Maybe the milk? I don't know. It smells a little weird. I'm gonna give it a try. It tastes great. That is wonderful. All right, so this is going to be good. I didn't think it was going to be. I figured it'd be bad. All right, that's a lot of powder too. You guys can't really tell, but let me take this Australian spoon here. That's a lot of powder. Lots of powder. All right. I'll go get some hot water. I'll be right back. Boy, am I looking forward to this. I haven't had a vintage hot or cocoa beverage powder in a few months, so it's really hot too. All right. Germany. Give them pack them real quick. Actually, no, you know what? These are the ones, these are like the best that you can get. Like these are these are the best that you can get. These are among the lowest. Among the bottom. Wait, how did these even open? Wait, what? Oh, okay. So that's okay. That's the front. I almost hate to open this wide pack, but to do a comparison, got to do it. They are loose in there. That pack is too big. It would fit 23, it feels like. All right. These were $6.32. The American Spirits were $10.16. Huh, not as bad as I thought. I mean, it's not good, but not as bad as I thought they would be. I don't ever go to the gas station, so. All right. Okay. Nope, got a super chat. Hang on. Where'd it go? There it is. What a grand Saturday evening it is. Wondering if you still have the vintage 7-Up and Diet Pepsi Gabe sent. I have. Wait. Gabe? 6-7 years ago. I have. I'm sure I do. It's oh wow. That's very different. No lining in the inside. What's the other one? The other one's way thicker. A 7-Up. I'm trying to think what you're talking about. Diet Pepsi. Oh. He sent me one that's cancerous. That's got the cancerous lid on it. It's around here somewhere. Back behind the back there. And then what else was it? The Pepsi and a 7-Up. I think I drank one of them, if I remember right. And the other one, the cancerous one, I did not. It says right on it, on the top, that I can't remember exactly how it's worded. But, so, I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's play in there. And that is what a 22-pack looks like. But thank you for the super chat. What was your question about it, though? And Gabe sent me a Polish I sent Gabe a Polish SRG. I don't remember Gabe sending me one at all. I did send him one, though. I think I sent him my favorite menu, if I remember right. One with the cheesy chicken. Menu 5, I think. Here we go. Alright, so there is the Lucky Strike from Poland. Okay. First off, there is an immediate difference in appearance, filter length, the overall length of the cigarette actually is different. Huh. Oh yeah, the tobacco even looks different. Camera's not really picking it up. This has got a darker look to it and is tighter packed. But whatever Gabe sent me, I'm sure I still have, unless I've drank it on a video or stream. All right, smell this one. Almost no smell. Let's see if this one's got a smell. Not really. Let's see. Smell the pack. That actually smells pretty decent. Nice fresh tobacco scent. I don't pick up any weird notes in there of anything. Okay, that one I can taste. Like that's got like a, I don't know, man. Pungent. Yeah, there's more of a chemical twist to that. So, we'll try the American first. Give it a shot. I've had these before. It's just been... Oh, Elsie, I'm watching the chat to see if you had a question about that. Oh, do the dry hit. Filter's way different. This is a much harder pull. The filter's more solid. This is definitely softer, easier to pull through, and a better taste. I mean, I can already, just off the dry hit, they're different. This has like a, even on the dry hit, I can feel it in my mouth. It's, I don't know. I don't know what it is. They're not going to tell us what all the ingredients are in there. So, yeah, just immediately. I'll have to go back and try to look at what that was. I don't remember Gabe sending anything Polish, though, for sure. Yeah. I can't even get to any of my Polish SRGs right now. I can't wait to move all my stuff to the studio. I've done some cleaning up there. Yeah, these are for, well, these are full flavors, okay, I was going to say. I was thinking of the American Spirits being mellow or medium or whatever. It wasn't Gabe. It wasn't Gabe. You have any idea who it was? What Fordman type up here? I've seen a big message. Into doing period style camping. Oh, that's Smitty does stuff like that, don't you, Smitty? Period correct looking orange cap, dyed orange beaver cap. Heavy rain, gusty winds. Yeah, we're supposed to have bad weather here. Fordman. New development is that I bought a Repro Kentucky rifle, so I started doing a 1750s long hunter impersonation during the muzzleloader season to go with it. Just have to wear a blaze orange cap. Man, I'd like to show you guys a couple things that I picked up recently, but last time I did that, YouTube knocked my stream down real quick, and what I got are vintage, super vintage. I'll post that on Discord and show you guys. I'll have to dig up the pictures to them. One of them is a really unique, well, I wouldn't call it unique. It is kind of unique. It's a unique shotgun. I can't remember. It's like they used a different a rifle to make this shotgun, and it's the same. It's really interesting. It's got a Mosin. I think it's a Mosin action on it, bolt action, and then the other one was a oh man, what was the first gun that you got in Zombies, in the Zombies map, off the wall rifle? Is it a? Oh, wish my son was here. He could tell me. Dang it. I'll have to maybe Google it and see what it is. But I got one of those. Some kind of... We're thinking that it was a bringback from World War II. And then the guy that brought it back turned it into a hunting rifle. Put a scope on it. And it's got a leather sling on it. It's a tragedy. Kind of. It's done well. It's done well. It's got a nice scope on it. Old, very old scope. But if it would have been left original, I want to say they go for like $2,000, something like that. Which I paid $200 for both of them, so I did well. I did really well. The guy I got them off of didn't know what either one of them was. I didn't know what either one of them was. Whenever I just told him, he told me about them. I was like, yeah, I'll take them, because he didn't know, so I didn't know. I picked them up, and then I started looking them over and looking them up, and yeah, they're cool. The shotgun is, I think it goes for like $400 or $500, but they're really dangerous to shoot, from what I've seen online. So I don't know. This is bitter. It's harsh. It's got a chemical mouthfeel. Let's put that out. Do a little palate cleansing with the 40-year-old cocoa beverage powder, at least. Oh. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's real good. Hey, what's up, Greg? Hope you're doing well over there, buddy. The comparison, the Polish, Lucky Strike. Let's see if it's any better. Huh. I mean, immediately, I couldn't tell you that they were the same brand. Never. Blind taste test, you told me they were the same cigarette, I'd be, no way. No, they're nothing alike. Just off the first drag, nothing alike. Basing it on the first drag of that one to this one, they don't even compare. Smooth. No weird bitterness, or not harsh so far. Now that one started getting harsh the more I smoked on it, but no weird aftertaste either. And the American version does have a weird, like, chemical aftertaste. Oh, another super chat? Okay. Sorry about that. You don't have to send super chats. I'll answer your... Wait, what happened to it? Oh, there it is. Find them in your mail call playlist video. You've been watching old content lately, and it piqued my interest. Can you remember which one it was? Just I'll watch the chat. You don't have to super chat. Thank you for the super chat. If you can remember which one it was, I'll go back and check it and see if I can't find that box. Hey, what's up, John? Whoa, what happened? Cherry's falling off. And it didn't hit right. Germ's trying to get some filming done. Got booted out of... Must have been because... a couple channels. What? Really? Well, that's crazy. You got booted out of... You didn't get booted out of here, did you? MRE buy, sell, trade group recently, I think, because I called out a scammer. I mean, that's just ridiculous. You want people to call that out. Now, I've seen a few things over the years, but you can't keep them all out. But the best group has been on MREinfo.com. Like, it just seems like solid people end up there usually. Now, there have been your occasional beggars and scammers and everything come through there, but we weed them out pretty quickly. Except a couple. A couple of them have been around for a decade, or actually over a decade. Yeah, they're nothing alike. These are way better, way cleaner. Just overall, the tobacco quality on this, I would say, is... I wouldn't say it's up on par with what Pall Mall is, but I would say it's not far under. In my personal palate, like, choice, I guess, or I don't know. Like, I'm assessing these based on what I experience. And these are way better. These are, again, not even the same, not even remotely the same. I expected them to be similar, to be quite honest. I did. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that they probably have much stricter regulations when it comes to tobacco over there versus over here, and that way they can get away with all the chemicals and all that crap that they do. You know, it's a consumable, so they can get away with a lot over here. They have gotten away with a lot over the years. Do anything? I don't think he's had a chance to look at it. Yeah, but I mean, that is kind of crappy to get kicked out of a forum like that for no reason. I mean, we're all a little crazy, probably, anyway, that are into this anyway, right? But it's a manageable, good kind of crazy versus some of the outside crazy that we see come in. Like I said, over the years, I've seen a few. Not a lot, but I've seen a few come and go. Usually come and go. There's some that hang on. They hang on for dear life. I've seen a few that fought hard to stay around. And people just wouldn't give them the time of day. I mean, that's what you got to do with people like that are scamming and being like that. Just ignore them. Yeah. Big difference. Big difference. Polish Lucky Strike, I would call it. So if we were doing like a 1 to 10 rating between the two, the Luckies I would put down at probably like a 4 or a 5, the American version. You know, they work in a bind, I guess. If you needed something cheap to get by, like you could get by with it, but you'd regret it after probably smoking the whole pack. You'd have a sore throat and all that. The Polish, I'd put those up around probably like between a 7 and an 8, somewhere along in there. And as far as I'm concerned, these are like 9 American Spirits of 10s. Like, that's the basics, like, scale version that I've got to go off of when it comes to a filtered cigarette. Wait, are you down in Louisiana? There's a lot going on down there. Holy cow. It's one guy that I've made friends with on TikTok, and I'm sure you guys have seen his videos, and you didn't even know it, most likely. He goes by Joy of Everything on TikTok. He's down there right now, and he's gotten some really good interviews so far. I think he's been down there a day or two. So you are in New Orleans. Okay, wow. There's a lot going on, but yeah, that would suck to not be able to go out and enjoy it, because, well, I have to say, like, this is a unique event, plus what just happened down there. Obviously, we're not Not going to forget about that tragedy that just happened. And then the Super Bowl being there, and there's like a bunch of celebrity stuff going on down there right now, which celebrities show up to the Super Bowl. You know, we know that, but there's actually like events going on, parties going on, and I'm sure that's always the case, but it's unique to Louisiana because of what just happened down there. Plus, this is the first Super Bowl ever that the President of the United States is going to show up, which is, I don't know how I feel about that or think about that with the current state of everything right now, like that added security risk, and like you're going to have to step up security, I'm assuming, a lot versus what it probably was going to be. It's kind of different. I don't know what to say about it. Honestly, I really don't. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know what I think about it. I just found out about that today, I think. I am so with you about the, yeah. Um, I might get some hate for this, but I don't like Taylor Swift. I don't like Beyonce either. I think both of them have handled their money, their vast amounts of money, poorly. Now, I'm not saying like, I don't mean like, oh, you need to go out and donate your money. No, you do whatever you want. It's just how you handle that fame and money. That really, it really accentuates who you really are, in my opinion. And Taylor's got a lot of people tricked, in my opinion. That's just an opinion that I have based on, I guess, all the crap that I've seen over the years. There are people that are weirdly diehard Taylor Swifties, whatever. I'm not one of them. And then I saw her husband, like, or is it her husband? They married yet? Boyfriend? Whatever. What is she, 40 something? Anyway, don't stick your claws in that. Hey, quit. I keep moving stuff for you. Oh, you're wanting to play? Brownie's wanting to play. Oh, man, that would have been bad. All right, come here. Say hello to everybody. Come here. Say hi. Right there. There you go. Say hello. Looks like the camera's a little dirty. Hi. Hi, Brownie. Hi. What are you doing? You love me. Yeah. Yeah. So Stella's got a leg problem again. Not able to get around very good, are you, Stella? You ain't even gonna look at me, huh? You hurting? Is your leg hurting? It's been limping now for 2 days. Well, last weekend, she had hurt her leg going after a possum outside. And she snapped back out of that pretty quick. And then 2 days ago, nothing happened. Like, she didn't go after a possum or anything. She just started limping again. And the last couple nights, it's been rough. I couldn't give her away. She's actually my baby, aren't you? Yes, you're my baby. You love me? What was that? What was that? You stick your tongue out? Yeah, you stick your tongue out? Yeah. Yeah. Does that feel good? Yeah. Oh, here. Well, she's not shedding right now since it's winter time. I can't have you climbing on my stuff. I know you're dying for attention right now for some reason. She's wanting to play in the box delicious scent. I think she's wanting to lay in it. Stop it. Let me read the chat. Hey, Gabe. No. You thought wrong, buddy. Yeah, if she fits, she sits. Yeah, that's pretty much how the cats, how they roll. That's for sure. I have one cat that I would classify to be a real, like, problem. He was. He showed up here in, I think it was the end of 2018, and I couldn't get my hands. He wouldn't get anywhere near us for probably about 6 months. And the day before I left to start filming the TV show, he let me pick him up. Not like I had to grab him by the scruff of the neck to pick him up, but he let me pet him, and I just grabbed him. And I'll tell you why I done that. It's because he had a collar that had eaten into his neck, that it had became part of him. So I brought him inside, put him up on my counter in there, and I took the scissors and I cut it to where I could open it up, and I proceeded to try to peel it out of his neck, and he had the nastiest wound, like around his neck, and he's got a scar to this day all the way around his neck. But slowly, over the past 4 or 5 years, whatever it's been, he has come around. But like, I will say a year and a half, 2 years ago, he was in, and I laid down in the floor next to him, and I was just kind of like trying to buddy up with him, and he reached out and got me underneath I don't know, I might have a scar down my face right there, but I was dripping blood out of my beard where he had scratched down my face. He just reached out and smacked me right in the face. And I think a man treated him poorly at some point. Well, he's an old cat. I would say he's probably, if I was just to guess, I'd say he's between 13 and 15, 16 years old. He's an old cat. Like, you can just tell he's old. And he's gotten real weird here within the last 6 months or so. Like, he'll come and he'll cuddle up to me, like rub his cheek up on me. It's weird. Yeah, that I think it has to do with like early life experience when they're puppies, just like people, I guess. The impression that they get from either guys or girls, depending on what happens to them when they're little. If they have good experiences with both, they still do seem to favor one or the other. It does seem to be that way. I don't remember. Took the collar out. Tried to change him. Oh yeah, because I had to leave the next day. But he wouldn't come around, I'm sure. I'm sure I was the only one that got any. I don't remember. I remember asking about him a lot after I first left. But he was one that got dropped off. Well, they all are. Almost. Brownie was born here. Her brother MJ was born here. We've got Gray Guy, dropped off. Gigi, drop off. Mama, drop off. Garfield, drop off. Got a couple neighbor cats that were born here, and they come over here more, if not, I don't know. They go over there sometimes. I don't know. They're not my cats, but they are my cats. Lucy. Yeah, Lucy born here. Little one born here. Lucy's Lucy's the biggest character out of all of them. Yeah, well, I mean, I dumped water on it on and off for hours, but I didn't unthaw it. It was weird because it was like the temperature was just right and all the water was coming down off my roof onto my central air unit, which I need to do something about that. I realized that over the summer, like I had never really thought about it before, but the way the water comes off my roof, it comes right straight down onto my central air unit. And it's, I guess it never really caused a problem before, except it's certainly making it wear faster. But um, the whole thing froze up into a solid block of ice. It was weird. Uh, and we were running the heat. So it's sucking cold, I guess because it's sucking cold air out. I don't know. But it's been fine ever since I got it to thaw out. So, yeah, I mean, it's resolved. Well, I mean, when you're running the heat, it's sucking cold air out. And when you're running the heat, or when you're running the AC inside, it's sucking hot air out. So in the summer, when you go out there, it's blowing out hot air. In the winter, it's blowing out cold air. I mean, I guess I didn't really figure it out. It just kind of resolved itself when it warmed up, and the next day, and the sun came out, and I had to turn the outside unit off, which you can do by turning on the emergency heat. So it turned on the emergency heat to where the outside unit wouldn't run no more, so it would just sit there and thaw out. Like I said, I dumped buckets and buckets of water on it, and I was the whole grating on the top where the fan, like ice was that thick on that grating. It was crazy. I've never seen anything like it. And I figured everything else was having freezing rain. It was like 31 degrees out. It dropped down a little bit more through the night, so it was just like the perfect temperature for it to happen, I guess. I didn't figure Delicious would end up being able to show up, so that's why I didn't go crazy on that. Again, not really eating, so. But yeah, I'm going to make this a short stream. I did do a quick walkthrough of like the building and where I've cleaned up and stuff. I've cleaned up and I did the walkthrough of the upstairs, so. Where is it? Oh, I airdropped it. How does that work? Should be in my photos. What the heck? Here it is. Here it is. Wait, is that it? Nope, that's not it. What the heck? Alright, let me check my notifications, maybe? What the heck? It's not in here. Even though before this it said confirmed, or like transferred, whatever, dropped. Alright, let me go back in here and see if I can find it. Airdrop. Huh. What is it? Oh, well, I didn't do that before I backed out and started the live stream, so it's not going to be on here. Unless I got the notification still. Huh. What the heck? I don't know. I guess I can't show it to you. Sorry. I tell you, I will upload it to YouTube, and I will, because I filmed it for TikTok. This is going to post it on my TikTok. But I'll upload it to YouTube, and then I'll put it on my Discord if anybody wants to see it. And I'll try to dig out them pictures and put those on Discord too. But all right. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'm going to finish my hot chocolate, clean this box up, and I will have you guys enjoy the Super Bowl tomorrow, even though I think it might be scripted. I'm pretty sure it is. Who do you guys think is going to win? Before I leave, I want to see who you guys think is going to win the Super Bowl tomorrow, because I might place a bet. So your guys' feedback could be helpful, maybe. The refs will win. Okay. The Dodgers. You guys. Got one Chiefs. I mean, the Eagles fan base is crazy. Like, if you guys have never seen anything about the Eagles fan base, it's insane. Yeah, I think they will. I think the champions will win the Super Bowl. If I was to make a prediction, I think at first I thought it was set up, and I still do. You know what? I'm committing to this. I think the Chiefs are going to win, and it's going to be they're going to have like 39. The Eagles are going to have like 36. So it's a win for the Chiefs, 39-36. That's just what I'm feeling. I'm a big numbers guy. Like, when numbers pop up, I pay attention to different sets of numbers, repeating numbers, reverse repeating numbers. I pay attention to numbers. And anybody who's been around a while knows that I do that. And I don't know, for some reason, I just think that there's some numerology smashed into these professional sports. We shall see if everything that I've seen and heard prediction-wise and what people are thinking that it being rigged will come true. I'm thinking also it's possible that they might not do it just because everyone's talking about it this year. There's all kinds of people talking about the fact that they think that the Super Bowl was just going to be, it's rigged. So there's some people that place some huge bets on that. And I would say that if you wanted an idea of how you think the game's going to end up, look at those people that put those huge bets, the ones that you can see what the bets were and what the scores were that they put up. That's probably how it'll end up. I'm just saying. All right, yeah, plus it'll be their third, so yeah. We shall see. All right, guys. Thanks to my patrons. Thanks to LC for sending the super chat. She didn't need to do that. Thank everybody for hanging out in the chat. And next week, I was going to say I might try to do it from the studio up there. It depends on if I can get a decent signal in up there, because I'm not putting internet and stuff in there until I do some of the remodeling first. So, but I will try to take my boosters down there and see what I can do. All right, guys. Thank y'all for hanging out, and I'll see y'all on the next live stream. Later.